booties for black girl nerds.
I just sent my daughter back. She's finishing her senior year of college, and you remind me so much of her. This is amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I wish her the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. And likewise, thank you for your time this morning. I've been so excited to talk to you. I love shows like this that kind of tickle something in your brain that you're wondering what's happening at any given time. So when I look at this show and how it's centered on these genius children, you as a young performer, how young were you when you were really locked into this is going to be my path that brings me passion in my life? This is just really the path I want to pursue.
I think, well, honestly, it was always just kind of ingrained in me. I knew I was going to be in the entertainment industry. I didn't know what capacity, but I think my parents were also like super, like my mom was a singer, so was my dad. So it was like super instilled in me in a very early age that like, oh yeah, no, this is kind of the space that I want to be in. Um, but I think when I started professionally acting when I was around 10 years old, that's when I was like, oh yeah, no, I need to be doing this and nothing else in my life.
Is there, so now looking forward to your character, Kalisha, and congratulations on the role. It's a terrific role. I like, this layers and this kind of mystique that she brings. What was the first thing about that character that appealed to you?
Oh, I think it was definitely when I read the book, she really fosters this intangible light, even in a place so devoid of it. Like she is really someone who's able to find the laughter and find the time to, laugh without fruition, even though like they are put through essentially these kids are exploited and put like such brutal treatment, and still like she fights to preserve that light and bring it to others, the people around her, even though like she's obviously suffering, but she wants to kind of be that person that her friends can look to as well to bring the laughter and try and keep it light whenever they can.
Have you run into a point with yourself where you felt like a task was insurmountable and you had to tap into a greater light like you just expressed about Kalisha?
Oh, I mean, that's a good question. I'm sure like hmm
Not the thing, but what got you over the finish line more so, not to divulge your personal information, but how did you tap into just get it back over the goal line?
Right. I think for me, it's just staying grounded because I think I really easily spiral out and look at the big picture as opposed to like the steps that it takes to get there. So I think just taking that breath and stepping back for a second and really looking at the steps as opposed to the full picture. That's something that I mean, I still struggle to do it today. I'm a human and we all are, whatever. But I think that's kind of my biggest thing is just breaking things down into more digestible and feasible steps.
Ironically, that's a good kind of segue into talking about Stephen King and making it digestible. Like so many, myself included, were fans of the books. And then his career took on a second life. So many projects of his have been adapted for film or for TV. And then now we land on the Institute. By preparing for this role, did it send you down any other Stephen King rabbit holes or a film or book that you wanted to read of his?
Oh, geez. I mean, I think while I was working on this project, I didn't want to, as much as I love Stephen King, I didn't want to, like go down too much of a rabbit hole. I will say, like, I've always been a huge fan of like The Green Mile. Obviously, like all of his works are incredible, but that one for some, like, it really just stuck with me. Like, I will never not have like the imagery of just like the bloody children in his hands. Sorry, that's like a little graphic, but
Hey, it's real. It's Stephen King. It's in the vein.
Stephen King, like, yeah, there's really no other way to say it. But yeah, no, I think like while working on this project, I really had tunnel vision on solely this project and solely the book, like this book of his.
Wow, rest in peace to the great Michael Clark Duncan. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal film. as the season gets underway, pretty soon. The season premiere is pretty soon. What will you be doing? Are you going to host parties? Are you going to get real active in social media? Like, how would you like to celebrate the release of the Institute to the world?
Yeah, I mean, well, when our we're actually pretty close to our finale episode coming out on MGM Plus, which is
Mhm.
super exciting. But yeah, no, honestly, like I was just, prepared to let it do its thing and kind of take my back seat and let it grow into whatever it wanted to be. But I think my friends really motivated me to, enjoy it a little bit. I think this part is kind of the daunting part for actors. We're just happy to step on set and do our thing and go. But I think it can be a little daunting to have so many people perceiving you and your work, and sometimes you get insecure about it. So I think I'm always the person who never watches my work. I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I did it. I'll let it live. But this is the first thing where I've really, appreciated it. I mean, I love everybody who's worked on this project is so incredibly talented and passionate and brought so many nuances to an already like incredible story. Um, so yeah, like this one, my friends did throw me a little party to like a watch party for the first episode, and like each week has been so fun. Seeing people sing, everyone's just been so kind, and I'm definitely like overwhelmed with just joy and gratefulness and just being thankful for it all.
Okay, so one last question ahead of the finale then. What is a moment that's transpired during this season that's already aired that you are particularly proud of or were surprised by the response to?
Ooh, I think probably in our penultimate episode, episode 7, when there's a moment where Kalisha is sort of reduced to a shell of herself. And I think it's the first time that the audience really sees her just teared down from, the spunky, energetic, lively girl that she was in the beginning. And I think I was really proud of that moment because it's also where she wakes up uh, from like kind of this trance and daze that she's been in. And there was a really pointed specificity that I wanted to highlight of letting her wake up and breathe, but also just letting her sink into that darkness for a second. Because I think for the entirety of this series, really, like she's so dead set on hope. Like we are okay. We're gonna get out of here. Like we will be fine. Like she is. I mean, really, just the picture of of hope and joy and wanting to hold on to that. And I think that moment in episode 7 is the first time where we really see her like just gone, and it's heartbreaking, but also we do get that moment of light when she comes back and she's still able to find her smile, which I will always admire her for.
But I thank you again for your time. You are marvelously talented. This is a fantastic series, and it's just been some cool twists and turns. Thank you again for speaking with me.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm so honored.
Take care.
You as well.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.